Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast,
lad.
fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Podcast, gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Fancy
lad.
podcast. Fancy lad. Fancy lad
Fancy
podcast. Yeah.
Wow, and we are back.
Yes, we are back. Man, I love to see Big's excited face when the lights change in the studio.
The ambiance has changed once again.
Is this one of those light bulbs where you can change the color?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
But you got two different colored lights up on the 12 and a half foot ceiling.
Really? You think we're bringing it up to 12 and a half feet?
My mental image, I guess I underestimated, because this is like freaking a galleria,
Thank you.
museum. It's like
Thank you.
Bit of a
classy.
stickler.
Classy would be an understatement.
Thank you. We've worked very difficult to make this beautiful studio what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I paid a lot of money.
Yep, from all the Patreon viewers.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, I got on the Patreon day one, and
Those Benjamins.
it looks big, but in real life, it just blows that mental image out of the water.
Wait, who is this person even talking to?
Yeah, I
us,
know.
Tom?
Actually, I just realized I was like, wait, I'm not talking to Big right now. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Rip Shitquist. No, Mike Lindquist.
Oh.
My real name actually is Michael. Surprisingly.
Oh yeah, Ripshit Quist. Yeah, you've been
Yeah.
you've been in the Fancy Lab videos since the first one.
Also known as Uncle Clown.
Uncle Clown. That's how I know you.
Uncle Clown,
Yeah.
touch my brown. That's how I know you.
Brown Clown.
Turn that frown upside what?
The brown clown who lives in Chinatown.
Oh, come on.
Mike, real quick, the obsession with clowns. Hit me.
Chicago. I lived there for just over a year with some of my old hometown buddies, and we made blanket forts when you were a kid. Take a couple chairs.
Mhm.
Well, we made one in the corner of our upstairs living room. Pinned the blanket to the wall. It was just basically a little tent. We'd go in there and smoke some pot in there.
Ooh.
And
You smoked pot before?
well,
In
I
a
didn't.
fort.
I didn't inhale.
Okay.
Okay, thank God.
But yeah,
Okay.
I think I might have just randomly dubbed it the Clown Dungeon, or it could possibly be my buddy. We had this pillow in there, and the filling of the pillow was strange, like rainbow-colored fabrics, and he called it clown puke.
How are you
talking
familiar
Pink
with
Greg?
How are you familiar with the filling of the pillow? Was it
I don't know. It was ripped open, and the filling was just like lots of different colored fabrics, figure of fabrics.
So in your special little clown dungeon, you guys had a special pillow that for one reason or another somehow got ripped open.
Yeah, I mean, I fucked it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
Well, it wasn't known as the Clown Dungeon. It was known as the Fun Dungeon.
Oh.
no, Fun Dungeon's something different.
Oh.
That was a pool shed, and my other buddies, it's in my hometown. My buddy, he had a pool shed. His family didn't really ever use the pool, and it kind of got converted into a pseudo apartment. I mean, there was no bathroom in there, but it was like finished.
Who needs it?
And for a couple of years there, everybody would just go there and smoke and drink and act foolish. And I dubbed that the Clown Dungeon. So I guess that might be the origin of the clown thing. When I was a kid, I wasn't afraid of clowns.
Not even Zebo the Clown?
Which movie is that? Oh, is that Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that was... obviously, that's scary.
They brought that show back.
I didn't know that.
Just started recently.
Well, that was the one clown that got me.
Is
Yeah, I
that the
don't
one
know.
from the comic book with the...
No, that was a different one.
Because
the
that
blue.
clown is also frightening.
Yeah, that's more of a jester.
Yeah,
They're
I
just-
suppose. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't there a gesture in the pinball one as well, though?
The pinball one
That's the one, dude.
was scary.
Yeah.
That's the one.
When they have that big reveal, they're stuck in a pinball machine that's actually a replica of the mall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and at the end, he's like, I'm finally done.
Yep.
And then it starts right over.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the clown thing, like I said, wasn't really scared of them as a kid. There's just one point in my like early to mid 20s where they just somehow became so hilarious to me.
Well, it really tickled my fancy, too.
I mean, they're intended to be hilarious, but obviously in a different way.
Yeah.
Just because there's something so, like, disconcerting.
There's something so not funny about them, too.
Yeah, when I lived in Chicago, I put up a Craigslist post. It was a joke one. I was like, hey, me and my friends are looking for a clown to come over for my friend's birthday party. We just want to hang out with you and drink a bunch of liquor. And if things go smoothly, maybe put in a couple rounds of hide and seek. And I got an email back from this guy, and he's like, hey, I'm interested in this. Being a clown after a long day of dealing with little kids, this sounds good. It pays well. And if you supply the liquor, the rates will go way down.
Nice.
And I never responded to that email.
Oh, what? You didn't respond?
Dude.
No, I think I might still have it saved in one of my email folders.
He's probably waiting for the response.
Yeah, I'll hit him back.
Oh, perfect.
Say, hey, it's been about 5 or 6 years, but do you want to drink hard liquor and we hide, and then you stay in your clown makeup, and we're just peeking out through the cabinet, and we see you come into the room, and we're like, oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm excited.
Well, Mike, would it surprise you if we told you that we actually have that very email responder here today in the studio?
Oh,
right
my God.
here. Yep,
It's
right
true.
here.
Misha, how did you get here?
He's not mic'd up, so no one's going to hear him.
Oh, yeah, he's already loosening his belt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's in full clown attire.
Well, he said he's ready to play hide and seek.
So that makes sense that he has a clown belt.
So, Mike, are there any clown or clown-related things in particular that you are fond of?
Like any sort of, I don't know, garment or anything that happens to brand any sort of adult beverage? I don't know.
Oh, you mean Jester socks, hard spritzer.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Ooh, my bad. Clown Shoes Beer.
Or their,
the-
I was going to say,
Oh.
or their main competitor, Clown Shoes Beer, that happens to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, I always dreamed about getting sponsored.
Did it happen?
Well, I think so. Once I won a trivia contest on the Thrasher website about Sappho Young, and they sent me a complete.
What was the question?
It was like there's old interviews on the site, and they're like, who was Cairo Foster's filmer in the early days when he moved to San Francisco? And in one of the interviews on the site, I guess it was Sappho Young. So I sent them an email. I was the first responder. Got a free. My hands, they're doing the quote air quotes.
Yeah, all the Patreon viewers can see
Yeah,
it.
they can see it.
I
I was supposed to get a toy machine complete.
No.
And I pretty much did, except they forgot. It was either they forgot to send me bearings or wheels and bearings, and I was a little miffed. But the trucks they sent, I think they're a Venture. You remember the yellow ones that had like the little bumblebee on them?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a toy machine, black and red deck with like 3 of the updated version of the Demon Guy.
Yeah.
And some Bumblebee Venture trucks.
Toy machine's rad, dude. Although, I noticed that new video, we only watched the 2 parts there on Thrasher, but it's not the same as Welcome to Hell, I noticed.
Oh, wait, I
That's
didn't
weird.
even know those were up yet.
There are a few parts up.
Which parts are up so far?
There's one really good one, though, from the guy from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
You heard that right. East Coast, baby.
Do you remember his name?
It's like
Fuck, I forget his name.
He must be
Miles
new.
Willard or something.
He was new. He was that good new.
Yeah.
Was that new?
Do you
It was
remember,
good.
Remember how Corden, he would always talk about how he went to the Welcome to Hell premiere in Boston, like, back in the mid to late 90s. And he's like, yeah, Barley's part was longer and it had a different song.
Yeah, I
and it was
remember
so
that.
much better.
What do you say? He skated to like Led Zeppelin or something?
Or maybe just Sabbath, but like a different Sabbath song. I don't know, but I follow Barley on Instagram, and I brought that up, and he confirmed it. Apparently, the premiere version of Welcome to Hell, Barley's got a longer part.
Damn
a
it,
different
damn
song.
it, damn it, Ed.
Why can't we have that?
I don't know.
Seriously.
Why didn't they ever release that as bonus, or do you think it's just gone?
Yeah, I mean they
It's
put
probably
the
just
they
gone.
put the
Yeah,
Muska
it's probably
bonus
gone.
part on the DVD. So why?
It's probably gone, baby, gone.
Fucking
Yeah.
Tempster, dude.
Dude,
And he won't reply to any of my emails asking him to draw me naked.
he won't reply to any of my dick pics that I send him that are like, draw this. Draw
Tom,
this.
did you go to the Flip
Draw
Sorry
this
premiere in
motherfucker.
Somerville?
No, I didn't go to that.
Oh, dude, Tempster, PJ, and various members
Mike,
of
I
the
was
Flip
there.
team. You were there?
I was there.
Remember looking
Who's
up
that?
at the balcony
Hey,
they were all
it's me.
Wait,
seated
who the
at?
fuck was that?
It's me, Young Big.
Oh,
Seeing
hey, Young Big.
Ed Templeton up there, the slick back hair, larger than life.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
I remember everybody booed when Ardo's part came on because they thought Penny wasn't having a part.
oh
'cause
yeah,
they had
yeah.
that fake out.
I remember something else from that Flip premiere. It was several different parts. Every time somebody skated a big rail, people would go El Toro. Like Bastion's part, he kickflip front boards that like 14 or whatever in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, El Toro, oh my God. And I was
That
just
is
like
funny.
sitting there, my nerdy ass. I must have been like 13 or something. And I was just like, that's not El Toro.
El Toro.
Well, they probably knew it wasn't El Toro.
No, I think
Yeah.
they did. That's the
that was the
shameful
joke.
part.
Yeah.
They weren't joking. They were just misinformed. And
Oh, you really
They
think
weren't
they
true
thought it
fans.
was El Toro?
I think so. There's like,
I think they were just. Well,
it's
I
tough to
doubt it.
say.
Wait, this is a good opportunity for me to ask Mike what he would appraise this at. But I got a free Jeff Rowley board at that premiere, and I had Jeff Rowley sign it.
Oh, sick. Which graphic?
The like pixelated portrait,
Oh, is it the devil like throwing up the horns or like his
No.
face
No, it's like
portrait?
the portrait.
face
yeah, yeah.
portrait.
Oh, you want me to appraise that?
Yeah, no, yeah. If I were to sell it with the autograph, skated by professional skateboarder, big owner of Fancy Lad Skateboards as well, from the Flip Sorry premiere.
I would pay a dude $200 to kill you and make sure it didn't get sold.
Dude,
Ooh.
so
Or
200.
or take it back to its rightful owner, Jeffrey Rowley.
Rowley is how he says it's supposed to be pronounced, but I don't
Yeah.
believe him. I think it's Rowley.
Yeah, same.
And I think he's a little too preoccupied with Freedom Skateboards, not a sponsor of the Fancy Lad podcast,
Mm-hmm.
to even
Wait,
be worried.
Danger Hobel's company?
No,
No.
that's the worst part. He couldn't have come up with something better. The company's called Freedom, like freedom with an E at the end.
Freedom.
But
Damn.
then, it's just going to make people think, if they're old enough, of that sick Ultra Hobel company, Free DUMB.
Which is way better.
Freedom.
Yeah, with the bunnies humping each other and like somebody peeing on a cat.
Yeah, and like
Oh.
the guy with his head up his ass or something.
Yeah.
Be a shame for people to think that instead of like a bulldog or a fire hydrant with fire around it.
Yeah.
I think Greco was actually on Freedom way back when.
Really?
Yeah, he was probably just about to go more punk. And then, you remember 1984 clothes?
Mm-hmm.
It was like him, Reynolds, Ellington.
Yeah.
There's like one ad with them dressed like the Sex Pistols,
Yeah.
looking all cool. And then it turned into like the Ramp Skater company
Let It Bleed.
immediately after. Yeah, Let It Bleed 1984.
Yeah, Reynolds is nodding his head
Yeah,
back there.
if
in
anybody
agreement.
here has
Yeah,
not
what's up,
seen
Reynolds?
that, it's
What's up, boss?
it's a good representation of early 2000s beer drinking, ramp skating culture.
Culture.
But maybe we should go back to our personal lives, and not talk about skaters. Maybe we could talk about the origins of you and me meeting Big.
Us?
Yeah, I mean, I met
You?
Tom not long after, but I met you first out of the two boys and the clown. But
All right, if you want to get all personal about
I mean, not
it.
super personal.
Oh, wait, I was going to say one last thing, though,
Go
about
on.
Jeff Rowley.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's weird that they re-released Flip Sorry on DVD, and they had to update the Johnny Rotten intro where he says, he's a vegan, he likes his little furry animals, likes to murder them.
Yeah, that was a weird update.
I never
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, the DVD was the one that had Really Sorry on it as well, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would mostly just watch, some parts from Really Sorry. And that really good, underrated, like, tour edit with the, was it Lou Reed song? or-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what goes on?
Dude,
Well, it
Tom
was-
Penny
yeah.
doing a big switch
Velvet
tray and
Underground.
some Adidas shoes. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic Penny clips in that tour edit.
Yeah, yell exit Cult of Tom Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
hell
Cult
yeah.
of Tom.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good Instagram.
Yeah, we should get the guy who runs Cult of Tom. Hopefully it's Tom Penny on the podcast because that would work out.
I don't know if
Oh,
Tom Penny can
shit,
function
man.
a smartphone.
I got the dope line, the sick line. When you hit it, that means we got it, the dope line.
Oh,
the
he's
sick
way
line.
more incoherent than that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, but back when we met, Mike, I would say it was when I moved into Sunnyside, right?
A little before, you were still in New Bedford, and you'd come up to visit.
Okay, filming for Slip and Die then.
Yeah. Lived with our old mutual buddy, Jake Bison.
You know, I can't find one gosh darn copy of that video.
Yeah, I want to see it. Every time, occasionally, I'm like, man, I had some good
Tweak
footage
4?
in Tweak 4.
Yeah.
I made the
since.
OG edit of Tweak 4 with Holy
With
Diver,
Holy Diver.
instead of
Holy
Guided
Diver.
by Voices.
I know, and then Jake Bison said there needs to be more
Indie rock.
indie.
He nipped it in the bud.
Yeah.
To be
Bud.
fair, that edit I made was
Bud.
the clips were they could have been cut down shorter. There was a full 20 seconds of you, Tom, shotgunning a beer after doing a firecracker.
Oh,
That
bullshit.
sounds
20
pretty
seconds?
fucking sick.
20
Dude,
seconds? Yeah, it's probably like
probably
7.
30.
It's probably
I
like
mean,
7.
I think
7.
I think I paused the music during that part till you
I firecracker a
finished your
6
shot-
and then shotgun a beer.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
after you do the classic then the music kicks back in real hard.
Oh, I think I do a freestyle after that, too,
That could
in the
be.
actual footage.
But yeah, so you lost Slip and Die?
Yeah, that pre-planned freestyle legit. Yeah, I
You know the one.
have no idea where. I had multiple copies of it. They all disappeared mysteriously.
Maybe I could hit up Jake. Maybe by some miracle he might have one. Do you still have How to Read a Book kicking around?
God, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I have that either.
I think that one's much better than Slip and Die.
Thank you. I appreciate that since I edited that one.
For listeners not in the know, there's some pre-Fancy Lad videos that are kind of, the
Pre-Fancy
the
Lad,
origin
Fancy Lad
story,
video.
Yeah.
kind of, there's all the Tweak videos, obviously,
There are Tweak videos.
100.
There
Then
are 3 of them. I think.
No.
4.
no, there's
Yeah. Technically 4.
then
Then there
there's
are the parts.
Big and Fitzy's Pack of Lies,
Mhm.
all
Mhm.
sorts of videos like that. But eventually, a certain group of fellas, kind of 2
Thanks.
videos in a row, they'd
'Cause we've
all
been
have a
making-
part.
Yeah. we've
How to
been
Read a
making-
Book and Slip and Die.
Yeah, really when me and Eric teamed up. Eric
Yeah.
Humes.
I know some of How to Read a Book is on YouTube. And then I distinctly remember Slip and Die. Eric Zankowski's part is up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the intro. Because I
Yeah.
think Jake Bison purposely didn't put all of it up. Because he, this is 2009. Wanted people to buy the video.
So you were gonna yeah.
I think who the hell's
that
going to
worked
order
out.
a local video?
Right.
That worked out,
2009.
Jake.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Go on.
Bison, if you're listening, bless you. God bless you. as a
Best
matter
front
of
crooks
fact.
in the game. He's still skating more, or he's still skating / has been skating more regularly. I talked to him maybe 2 months ago.
Nice.
I told him get that kickflip front crook before you retire for good.
Sick. I was gonna say so when did we meet? What were you brought up
yeah.
us meeting.
And then you just talked about Jake Bison.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, him and Eric.
Well, I
are
didn't
the
want to
ones
bring him
I-
back up. I didn't want to bring Jake Bison
Yeah.
back up.
It was on
And
Sunnyside
when did
Street.
you meet Big?
It was here in Jamaica Plain. Been based here.
Yeah, paint
for
a picture
ages.
for me, Mike. Paint a beautiful landscape picture for me.
Hanging out the wonderful house on Sunnyside Street. Everybody I knew there, it was an eclectic mix of people I knew through various different friend groups and places, like Jake, my skater, punk rock buddy, and then a couple people there who went to this alternative learning high school called Sudbury Valley in Massachusetts.
Like Nick Murray.
Yeah, well, he moved out right before I got there. Chris Wall, I knew him better. He was one of the residents. And, we'd watch the old videos sometimes and be like, oh, wow, Big's so cool. I can't wait to meet him one day. And, eventually you came over and you taught me. It was kind of a futile attempt because I fucked up. But you showed me how to roll hand-rolled cigarettes. And, somewhere down the line, I saw your laptop, as mentioned in a previous episode. and saw that your background was a picture of a laptop with a hot dog as the laptop's background.
I swear it was just a plate of bacon.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it.
That sounds delicious.
But on a previous cast, you said that was the first time anybody had called you a genius.
Yep. It's true. It's all true.
And look at him now.
I remember you saying that you thought I was a fucking dick when you met me, which most people do.
Well, yeah, you have a very subtle, dry, kind of not fully monotone, but, the sarcasm. It's embedded in a lot of New England people. A lot of people from here I meet have that dry, blunt sarcasm, and it's easy to misconstrue it. I lived in San Francisco for half a year, and I'd naturally go to that joking, sarcastic tone, and they didn't get it at all. They'd be like, "What, dude? You're being hella rude right now." And I had to explain it to them that that's just a New England thing.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, they didn't understand it. They just knew how to say hella and smoke purple-colored pot plants.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound that bad.
I don't know why people don't get that making fun of everything is funny.
Yeah. It must be those winters up here. They just put this sardonic, I don't know. They just put this sharp, jokey, self-deprecating / negative kind of tone into us when we're joking around.
Like when I met Burnett and he asked me where I learned to hate.
Yeah. Where did you learn how to hate?
Probably the Coliseum, maybe. I don't know.
It's a good place to learn.
Yeah. A lot of hate.
Yeah. Good teachers.
I remember wheelbite.net. It was run by a friend of the Coliseum.
Few people.
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny that.
It's kind of like, there's a couple sites now. I think one's called Skate Video Site. And then there's one called Skim the Fat that might still be around.
I remember that.
Just, 90s, early 2000s skate video review sites. But this one, Wheelbite, just every review was scathing. Just ripped everybody apart.
Yeah.
And I read one for Toy Machine Live because I'd never seen the super old ones. And it must have been a joke because they're Charlie Coatney's part in Toy Machine Live is the Led Zeppelin 4 of skate video parts. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That sounds like a joke.
Yeah, well, I didn't, I couldn't get the tone because I'd never seen it. But
when
I finally did see the Charlie Coatney part, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Make fun of things that are good and praise things that suck. Not that it sucks. I love that part. But
speaking of Toy Machine Live, Ethan Fowler is pretty short in real life. No, I'm just a hair over 5'8", and he must have been 3 or 4 inches shorter than me. It's a common trend, man. A lot of the top pros, you see them in real life, and they're little guys, and somehow they've got massive pop. As our old roommate Rob Beavers would say, they got that low center of gravity, man. That's how they do it.
It's true. Yeah, I remember when I moved into Sunnyside, I feel there was a lot of those whippets going around.
Oh, that was a good week.
Yeah, I didn't do any of those whippets, but
they're so stupid. They make you feel really dumb and happy for 1 minute, and they make your voice really low, kind of the opposite of helium.
I should have tried it just to live out my lifelong dream of feeling like I was in the movie Kids while watching Video Days.
Casper Telly.
Well, you still have the opportunity to get AIDS.
Thank you.
I mean, it's out there.
It's like butterscotch.
It is out there.
AIDS is like butterscotch.
Like butterscotch, yo.
I was gonna say something. Whatever.
Yeah, you know what? Well, let's take a quick break real quick, and then maybe when we come back, you'll remember what you're going to say.
It's true.
Maybe
good.
not, but maybe you will.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Break
Give
my
me
off
off
a piece of that
clown shoes beer. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, boys and girls, do you like to have fun? Well, come on down this weekend to Uncle Clown's Dolly Liquidator to enter for a chance to be in our Uncle Clown's Clown Dungeon Tournament. 8 lucky boys and girls will be selected to enter a maze in which you will hide and I, Uncle Clown, will seek. And guess what? I'm gonna find you. I can smell you. But make sure not to tell your parents. No parents allowed this weekend. Kids only. Yay! So come on down to Uncle Clown's Dolly Liquidator this weekend from 12 to 3. And remember, don't tell your parents. They'll just ruin it.
Yeah.
No,
And we're back.
it's true.
That freaked me out.
Did you say no?
Yeah.
Okay, that
I mean, no.
also freaked me out.
Yeah, that really threw off my rhythm there.
A yell exited something out of this little square mouth I got here.
Dang old square mouth.
Perfect for your sick obsession with Wendy's burgers.
No, we should get Mike a music stand so he can put that magazine behind the microphone so he talks into the mic while he's reading it.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ryan Sheckler
No, the mic stand would be more to your right.
and Phil Ledjansky.
Wait, no.
Okay.
There we go.
So, Mike, did you think of what you were trying to figure out before
Yeah.
the break? Oh,
Yeah. It's kind of the opposite of the whippets that were brought up. I remember at one point, one of the old Fancy Lad vans had broken down, but it stayed in our driveway for a bit. And I just distinctly remember one night, we all decided to just hang out in the old van. You know, the battery was still alive, so we were listening to Neil Young tapes. And for some reason, there was a helium tank in the back left over from an old Premiere that must have had tons of balloons.
Yeah.
Rust
Premiere.
never sleeps. I
And we were
remember
just
that.
all making our voices funny.
Yeah, Premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get a helium tank for the new van. Van number 3.
Yeah, and you should kind of build it in under the hood and have a little tube coming out right where the radio is. So if a cop pulls you over, you can sound more innocent, like, "I'm sorry, officer. It's my first time driving."
I didn't mean to do what you thought I did. I have diarrhea.
That one works.
Yeah,
Tell me you have diarrhea.
that's true.
Have you used that one before, Mike?
No, but that's in my backup plan if I do get pulled over.
It works.
My mind, if I got pulled over for going fast, it would go straight to bodily functions, for sure.
So, Mike, not only have you put out some of the greatest parts in history,
Mm-hmm.
probably my favorite being
FL3.
FL3. Yeah,
Yeah, the part where I was the most drunk.
yeah, that part rules.
That was a dark time in my life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like
You
the
can-
dark times.
You can probably tell by just watching it.
The
maybe,
coffin down the stairs and the dragon tail.
But... Oh, yeah,
falling
the ass
down the
crack.
hill.
You know, I'm still a little miffed that you didn't put in the rollaway from my fakey coffin down the hill. For all people know, I didn't make it to the flat. So I
Yeah.
just want to lay it out that I made it to flat.
Hell
But
yeah.
I also
He
have
took
to
it to flat.
I have to confess I didn't start from the top of the hill either.
Oh,
'cause-
you didn't have to confess.
Well, I did. Honesty is the best policy.
Hey, and that's what we're all about here on the Fancy Lad podcast is honesty.
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
down to the tooth.
Mhm.
Honestly, you should really check out the Patreon.
Yeah. Well, if you can find it, you should definitely check it out. And it's only
exactly.
$9.99 a month.
Yeah, we
Get
try
a lot
to-
of good stuff.
You know,
try
fuck
to
the
make it
patriarchy.
as easy to find as possible, but
Mhm.
Fuck the patriarchy, but essentially fuck in a loving way. Patreon.
Right. And
Oh,
if you
hell
were
yeah.
watching the Patreon right now, you'd be able to see that Reynolds and that clown that Mike was afraid of as a child are playing ping pong in the background.
Yeah, it's cute.
which we call baby tennis.
Yeah, and they're using just the cutest little paddles. The kind of two-tone. One is, fluorescent pink and greenish yellow, and one is black with some red kind of
That
tribal
one,
tattoo.
that one looks pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that was really sick.
Yeah, it's a good clash.
Dude, I love good clashes.
Yeah, try to guess who's who.
That's Reynolds.
Damn.
Yeah. It's the
Foul
one-
ball.
it's-
Oh shit, Reynolds, pick it up.
You love a good clash, though?
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, they call him Joe Strummer because he's good at guitar. I hear.
Is that why?
Yeah, he's not good at picking, but man, can he strum?
Strum.
Yeah.
Mm. Man, can he Joey.
Yeah, and I was also going to mention,
Man, you can Ramon.
Yeah, dude, Joe Strummer, dude, great fucking song in Bag of Suck, man. I don't know any of your other work. I don't know if you're in any other bands, but that was a really, really good song.
Rock the Cosby.
You know that was apparently the first song that Artie ever liked?
Which one? Rock the Cosby or the one in the...
No, Rock the Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
Cospa.
That's the first song he ever liked.
That's what I heard.
That's probably because it's one of those songs where there are parts where you're like, is someone's cell phone going off?
For those not in the know,
Wait a minute.
Artie is one of the owners of the Coliseum back in the day. The original owners were Artie and Matt Roman. And then eventually they kind of bestowed it onto these
Yeah, I
younger
kind of feel like
guys.
this has been mentioned on like a third of the podcast.
Okay,
who
good.
Artie is.
That
I just
Matt and
wanted to
Artie
make
on the
sure.
calls.
And I just wanted to cut it off there.
Well, if this is
See-
people's first podcast
That's true.
viewing in, listening in, and viewing
And
in
viewing
for
in.
the Patreon.
But on the subject of Artie's music tastes, I also wonder, maybe it was Roman or somebody else, but where the Britpop obsession came into play.
Yeah, it's true. I remember I asked him before, but I forget.
I would assume maybe Artie, because there's that one clip of him wearing like the flag tank top.
Yeah.
The Union Jack flag.
I heard they had a friend who had a lot of, like, she had a bunch of CDs, random Britpop CDs, and they just went through those and they found some shit.
Nice.
I can't remember a earlier skate video using the Smiths or anything along those lines.
I think that there was one song in a Big Brother video.
Well, Dave Carney does love Morrissey. I mean, he's
Yeah.
am for Whalecock after all.
I forget now. But, yeah, no, and then there was the Sucking the Life and the Handsome Devil and, yeah, Really
Wait.
Sorry. After
Right.
That.
Yeah, but
that's
that's all.
after.
That's all after
I know,
the
I know.
PJ
Oh,
video.
But,
I know.
Yeah.
The War Effort video, Mischief Mayhem, has Every Day is Like Sunday.
Right.
And
That's
it
a-
also has the Sid Vicious My Way
Mm.
song in it. And I think
Yeah.
that came out right around the same time. That has Dan Rogers, so it's kind of...
Dude, War Effort is a very deep cut. That's
That
down there
video's
with
great.
like the Termite video and the Element Twigs video that may or
Yeah.
may not exist.
May or may not. And also
Another-
the Germ video that I'm trying to get T-Bone to send me. But
Yeah,
he only
that's
has
true.
one copy, and it's at his mom's house. Yeah, legs of T-Bone.
Yo, Yellow's a T-Bone.
Oh, yeah, T-Bone.
There's this guy, Matt Brode, who skated for them. He passed away a few years ago, R.I.P. But apparently he just did the craziest tech shit. Like, you remember they call it the Cardiel ledge in SF? It's kind of short at the top, and it's down like a double or triple set. And the landing's like right into a hill bomb.
Mhm.
Like Peter Smolik switch nose slide.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I know the one.
That guy Matt Brode, who was on Germ, I forget if he like did a kickflip nose slide or nollie flip or nollie heel nose slide, but he did that, and then out of it, he did either a nollie flip or nollie heel.
Dude,
Just
one of
something
those
ridiculous.
combinations sounds good.
Yeah, whatever it is, it works.
Flip in, slide, flip out.
I don't think he was a duplicate, like heel in, heel out.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like, flip in, heel out, or
Yeah.
heel in, flip out. Either way,
That's it.
underrated tech gem, kind of like Jamie Fortune, who Abe brought up in the last episode.
Yeah, what is it with all this Jamie Fortune?
Yeah, seriously.
No, I gotta check that part out. I remember him. He was
I brought out the Gershon Destroys Tampa Thrasher specifically to get the talk off of Jamie Fortune and back onto Gershon, mostly where it fucking belongs.
Yeah, seriously.
Gershon 4chan. Dude, I used to make jokes about Gershon Sweat all the time back when I made new skate friends. I thought it was witty at the time, but I'd like, did you hear that if you drink Gershon Mosley's Sweat, it's the most powerful antioxidant in the world?
So you thought making fun of Gershon Mosley's sweat was witty at the time. What do you think about it now?
Yeah.
What do you think about making fun of his sweat now?
What do
if
you
it's
think
not
about
witty?
What do you think about somebody who constantly does it every single podcast episode?
Or at
What
least
would you think
7
about
out
that?
of maybe
I
13.
just want to take a whiff of that sweat.
There we go.
It's fascinating. I don't think anybody releases more fluids when they skate than Gersh.
I mean, I kind of envy the guy.
Yeah.
Well, hence all the jokes.
I hope he stays hydrated, though. I'm
You
concerned.
must.
Yeah.
You see how much is coming out.
Yeah, and he's always wearing like sweatpants or khakis, so it's just full on from the butt crack to the bottom of the ankle, just soaked. Love it.
Mike, are you still a slap pal?
I told you before the cast, but I've been slacking lately. I don't go on Slap and follow too many new videos lately, just because I got like such a large backlog of things. You know, there's videos from like 4 months ago that I'm like, I still gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Just it comes on too strong, too quick. Like all dudes our age say, everyone misses the era of like 2 big videos a year.
Right.
Much like going to the Sorry premiere, when what was another?
Right.
Like when Yeah Right came out, that was another big thing.
I mean, the backlog can be difficult, I have a friend who had he had a backlog so big that when it came out, it made him come.
Oh yeah, he was backed up big time.
I've heard of that happening.
I got a good cum story.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's from before.
I mean, we typically don't talk about that kind of smut on this podcast.
It is a family
parental
podcast.
Warming,
This is a family podcast.
Parental warming.
Yeah, parental warming advised. If you're going to listen, make sure you have your parents snuggling you.
For some reason, I was hesitant to start pleasing myself back in middle school. But as I
That you don't want to be portrayed as a slut.
As I got older and older, I couldn't resist my bodily urges.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'd play GTA 3 and get the prostitutes in the car and I'd start touching myself a bit and almost get to the end.
Wait. In the game or in real life?
I'd watch the car rocking and touch myself and I'd
Patreon
almost
viewers
finish.
are having a field day right now.
But I would
watching
stop.
you pantomime that.
I was too scared to come.
We got a girth.
So sometimes in the morning I'd wake up and pee and there'd be it'd be crusted at the end from the cum almost coming out. So I'd have to scrape it off and then pee.
Scrape it.
Took me a few attempts, but then one day I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to come. I'm going to just let it out instead of wimping out. And I used a lot of
Somehow
shampoo
you
in my
mustered
palm.
up the courage.
I used probably a sizable, put some ketchup for your fries in a little cup.
Mm-hmm.
About that much shampoo into my hand, and I used the shampoo in the shower as a lubricant.
Oh, my God. And did it hurt?
But how did you get a
Shampoo.
full...
No, I didn't get in my pee-pee hole, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
How did you get the TV with the PlayStation 2 in there with you?
I'm just using my imagination in the shower.
Imagination.
They call it the spank memory card.
Yeah, I've got an 8 megabyte one in my right ear. It's been there for about 16 years.
Dude, don't lie. It's fucking 4 megabytes on a good day.
Yeah, it's getting... Sometimes the data gets corrupted and my wiener falls off.
Girls these days are all looking for 8 megabyte.
Girth Sean Mosley.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. I really hope my mom doesn't listen to this, but she's probably gonna.
That's fine.
Yeah, she can learn about me
Finding
masturbating.
yourself.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll make
It's a
you a
coming-of-age
grandson
tale.
someday. I'll
Like
make you a
mid-90s.
grandson soon instead of...
Don't worry. There are plenty of people on the world. You don't need to make grandchildren. You could if you wanted to, but I mean, there are plenty of people.
Well, I'm going to make not grandchildren.
I mean,
I'm going to
your
make
own children.
grandchildren.
Mm.
They
And you're gonna
will
train
be
them
her
to be in
grandkids,
shows.
but they're going to be really big
Mhm.
and have really good personalities. They'll just be grand people.
You're gonna make them plump. That's your plan.
Pleasantly plump.
Oh, they're
As
gonna
the
be
young
pleasant.
kids say these days, thick
Ah.
with 2 C's instead of a K at the end.
Mm.
Curvy in all the right places, like a hot dog.
That's a good goal for your kids.
That's
Yeah,
such a
I'm
nice
gonna make
hot
them
dog,
really
too.
hot. It's gonna be hard not to smooch them, but in a sexual way. But it'll work out.
God
Oh,
damn
wait,
it.
I-
I didn't know we had Gary Glitter on the podcast here tonight.
Actually, I just called it
Yeah, what is
me
this,
on my way over
Joker
here,
soundtrack?
So. Oh, did you saw that, right? How was it?
Yeah, I saw Joker.
Yeah, I saw it too. Big, you want to talk about it right now?
Yeah, I'll talk about it right now.
All right, let's go.
Wait, one
Wait, Mike,
question-
have you seen it?
No. I don't watch superhero movies. But real quick.
Joker's not a superhero.
He's
you
a fucking
dumbass.
villain,
Well,
dude.
You
know.
fucking moron.
Okay,
Except
real
that since
quick.
it's from
Okay,
his
but real quick,
perspective,
he's not-
kind of the protagonist. of
Having
his
seen
story.
it,
I kind of
Um,
felt super. I kind of thought he was awesome.
Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, or the new Phoenix guy. Who do you think
Dude,
It's the best
gotta be
one.
Jared Leto. Hands fucking down. Best Joker of all time. Jack Nicholson, step aside.
What?
I'm just
I
kidding.
bet-
I've never even seen the Suicide
I haven't seen
Squad.
the Suicide Squad either, but definitely
I'm gonna
Jared
do a
Leto.
little
But
trick.
definitely Jared
I'm gonna
Leto.
put your
Mhm.
pencil into your eye.
Was that your Heath?
Was that your Heath?
Kirchart, yeah.
Yeah, his Kirchart. Kirchart
Yeah.
would be a good Joker.
He should be the Joker,
Yeah.
Oh man, Jared Leto's great. My So-Called Life is the that show will make you cry, man.
Yeah,
good
My
way.
So-Called Life, I know. Claire Danes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Claire, dang.
yeah, here's my review of the movie. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
The last
Pretty good.
superhero villain movie I saw in the theaters was probably that X-Men one with Patrick Stewart. Though, he
Logan?
No, like the first one that was just called X-Men.
Oh.
It had the guy who kind of looked like Seth Green as Toad. You know, the guy with the long tongue and green skin.
Yeah, that was the last superhero movie you saw in theaters?
So that's
Oh
probably
my
what,
goodness.
2001?
Yeah, maybe. That's so long ago. I think that's the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
And that's when Sony was doing it.
I mean, it was
They've
garbage.
gotten a lot better.
I'm sure. I mean, I hear the
But whatever.
MCU Marvel collective.
Yeah.
comics.
Well, they're not sponsoring this podcast. We
Crap
don't need to
load
talk
of-
about them
I
too much.
was gonna say, and that scene where he's actually undoing the clown shoes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
shoelaces,
And then the
I
clown
was
shoes
like,
beer pops out,
Yep,
and he goes, why so delicious?
delicious you are.
I prefer those like crappy comics from the early to mid '90s, like Prime and like Savage Dragon, and like then there's all the ones that were squads like X-Men. They're always like angsty teenagers. I think it was called Image Comics who made them. It's real edgy.
Love angsty
mid-90s
teens over
comics.
here.
Yeah, I've been.
Did
I'm
you ever-
30. I'm almost 31, but I'm still an angsty teen.
Did you ever read Angsty Teenage Mutant Ninjas? It's a great
I
one.
have.
They only did a
Splinter
few
bought
issues.
them beer and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They partied, though. They loved it.
They got bad taste in pizza. Their first movie, they get Domino's dropped on top of their little what's it called? Sewer cap.
I got to tell you, oh, man.
But then the Nintendo game, there's Pizza Hut signs that ninjas hide behind. So
Pizza always looks so good in cartoons.
Yeah,
So good. The cheese.
especially
it like stretches out like
And
2
Doug?
feet.
yeah.
Doug on Nickelodeon had really good looking pizza.
And if you get extra cheese, it's not like that. Okay, it's not. It doesn't do that.
No, it doesn't. You know what else looks...
Well, you come on the pizza. That's the trick.
Pizza is always great, regardless, anyways. But it looks super good on cartoons. But you know what looks better on cartoons than it is in real life?
Yep.
Chicken wings. Or just when they're eating like turkey legs. They just rip the whole thing off
yeah.
one clean bone. That
Yeah,
looks
just
appealing.
Like a big kind of oval.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
My-
just
Big
completely,
oval
like,
thing you
smooth
just shove in
texture.
your mouth and just
Yeah.
like touch the back of your throat
Mhm.
a little bit.
And when it's all
Just enough
done,
to
it
get
just
a
looks
little-
like a symmetrical bone on each
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
yeah,
you
my-
should go to the Ren Fair.
My mom was claiming that she had never seen the Tootsie Roll commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? And I was like, "What the
What?
fuck?
With
Are
the
you
owl?
fucking serious, mom?"
Hey, Mr. Owl,
Yeah,
Oh,
how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
I don't know. I've
Let me
never
wet
made
my
it
lips.
without biting. Let me check it out.
A two.
one, a two, a three,
Okay. Oh, okay.
three.
See, I remember you sounding different.
And I was all like,
What the fuck is
"What
wrong
the
with you?
fuck, mom? Are you fucking serious right now? You stupid."
Dude, I'm sorry, Nick. I'm your mom, but like, dude, I just don't remember it, man.
Yeah, that's how it went.
It's nice that you had the recording of you and your mom talking about
Yell
that.
exit Nancy.
Hell yeah, yell exit Nancy.
Her episode was great.
And you know what, Mike? I was gonna say, for somebody who used to yell at me for swearing in front of children, you're having an awful lot of talk about cum on a public forum right now.
Hey, come in, I swear.
That's true.
I did
Hey,
drop an
come in, I
F-bomb
swear, bro.
like right when the episode started. I apologize for that. I literally made a mental note when I was driving out to JP.
Mhm.
Try not to say too many swears on there. It's not creative. It's not helpful.
Mm.
It just serves no purpose. You know, those guys you see
true.
who just drop an F-bomb like 4 times per sentence and can't help it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
I don't
good
know who
for
you're talking
nobody.
about.
Well, you could probably find them at Dunkin' Donuts after a hard day at work or before a hard day at work.
Well,
Whatever
you can save
happens,
it
they're
for
gonna
when
be
it actually
hard.
functions as a useful word, you know.
Yeah.
Flip-flop instead.
Why?
What in the flippin', flamin', floppin', flippin'?
You know,
How was that better?
what the clown boils. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
like
boils on your skin.
Like Matt.
Like you know, the Wet Bandits. How Joe Pesci's always like, retcha fretch it.
A good term for marijuana.
We know he's saying motherfucker, cocksucker, motherfucker, cocksucker.
Right. Not wretched, fretched.
Yeah.
And
Wretched.
he gets
Fretched.
sternly talked to by Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
You know a good term for marijuana, I remember? So your name is Nick Big Murray.
Yeah.
There's,
Did you know that?
There's another Nick Murray
Yeah, I
that
did.
we're both dear friends with.
Mm.
And he made up a term for pot. He called it clown rice.
Right. You and
This-
the clowns.
Yeah, this might have been before I got really into clowns too, so maybe subconsciously he got me into it. But yeah, clown rice. I think that's a pretty great term for.
But it's not ricey.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. It just got a good not too many syllables. I mean, what you want to call it, clown kale, clown quinoa.
No, no, neither of those sound more descriptive. Maybe the kale.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, is there an edible plant that looks at all like pot? I'm trying to think.
Oregano?
Pot.
Well, no, I mean not ground up pot.
Oh.
You know what? You know those things? They're like they come off a plant and they kind of swirl into the shape of like a cinnamon bun or the Dreamcast logo. They're,
Pot?
No. They're called God, they look like garlic scapes kind
Are you
of.
thinking of the game Seaman for Sega Dreamcast?
Dude, I got a modded Dreamcast I put together recently. Got a SD card in there.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I'm
yeah, I
just
saw
gonna
your
quickly-
pics on the gram.
Quickly try to find what this food is called because it's so good.
All right, so Tom, what do you want to talk about while he's finding what that food is called?
Pot?
Like, that you put plants in?
Yeah, or pasta.
Right. I wasn't thinking that.
Hmm.
I think
You
it
know,
starts with a
pot
P.
backwards is top.
No, what? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not know
And
that.
a lot of pots have tops.
Wow. But do a lot of tops have pots?
Believe so. They got to
Hmm.
be a top of something. Why not a pot?
That's true. If not a top of a pot, then what?
Is there any top without the bottom, you know?
Or is there any pot without the handle? Or is it just the bowl then?
No, I'm pretty sure you could have a pot without a handle, but that's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just
It's going to get hot.
nonsensical.
It's going to be a hot pot.
It's going to be a very hot pot.
And then you're going to burn your hands.
Well, you could use a pot holder.
You could, just like put it on your feet and then pick up the pot
Mm-hmm.
with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Still burn your hands though.
I know. I don't know why they only make pot holders for your feet.
No. They are comfy though.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to have your feet nice and
I don't
comfy.
even take them off when I go to bed.
Oh, me neither. I haven't taken mine off for 3 months.
Exactly.
Well,
Why
they've
would you?
they've kind of fused to my feet. The toenails kind of grew into the fabric a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed. I was going to say I noticed because you're wearing flip-flops.
Right.
Underneath that, I said, why are you still wearing your pot holders on your feet?
Mm-hmm. And then you saw all the toenails growing out into weird, crazy, curling vines. It's very painful. I think I've lost a lot of blood down there. So
Yeah.
I might need to go to the hospital after this episode.
Yeah, but you say that it's for the sake of your spiritual journey.
It's more like a suffer for fashion type of scenario.
I get it.
Dude, I can't find this plant.
Oh,
Oh,
we're back.
we're back, and Mike has not found out what the plant was. It wasn't pot.
No. Okay, so it's like a young plant that isn't fully bloomed,
Tell
and
me
it
more.
goes up straight, and then it curls into like a like I said, kind of like a cinnamon bun shape. And it's got kind of yellowish, leafy things coming off of it like a pot plant. I feel like they're not called like periwinkles or whatever. It
I'm
doesn't
sorry,
matter.
I wish I could help you out. I'm
Oh,
just
they-
thinking about cinnamon buns now.
I'm just thinking about pot.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Eat your vegetables, kids. They'll make you poop better.
Oh.
I've
I
been
didn't know
pooping
that.
great lately. Back when I was a raging alcoholic,
Mhm.
like 9 out of times diarrhea. Now I'm just taking like, those solid like 2-foot logs.
Are those Goku socks that you got?
Goku and friends.
Nice, dude.
Come to think of it, it kind of goes well with my hookup sweatshirt.
Hell yeah.
For those young kids not in the know, watch Jeremy Klein's old parts. Everybody back then would do tech shit on really small ledges, and it didn't look hot. But he would just skate big, crusty banks with tall obstacles on top of them, like do a nose pick on them or something. And it was just so cool. Just complete opposite of what everybody else was doing. Not to talk smack on the pressure flip era. I mean, Damon Bird.
Damon Bird.
Legend. But like the polar opposite of guys like that would be Jeremy Klein's old Birdhouse parts.
Yeah.
Before the end. Any Birdhouse video before the end. I mean, obviously the end's great, but great stuff. Willie Santos great too.
I always love Willie's parts. in those
Yeah, he was
videos.
like on par with Day One for quite a while. Both goofy-footed, like Asian dudes who did really great tech stuff. Whoa,
Mhm.
racist.
Whoa, dude.
But no, literally, like
Why you
similar
gotta
approach
compare
to
them because
skating.
they're Asian, dude?
Well, because I'm wearing a hookup shirt.
Oh yeah, that's
Ah,
right.
there we go. That makes sense. And Goku socks.
Yeah.
Goku and friends. My bad.
Which is your slap name, Goku.
That
For-
is,
for
so-
everyone out there.
people on Slap, a lot of them think I'm you, and I've had to clear that up a few times because I don't want to like.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't say bad shit on there, but it sickens
just-
me to make people think that I'm you because
I just
you're
don't
much
want everyone-
funnier than me. And
Oh, stop.
well, I used to have this like.
Go. Keep going.
I used to have
keep
this
going.
animated GIF of you in my signature. You know the one a fan made of you doing the hard flip through the brake bike.
Oh, yeah, I
rack?
remember that.
Yeah, I put that in there and a link to the big cartel.
That might have been Craig Royer, actually. Yeah,
Really?
Craig Royer.
Yelling at Craig.
Well, there's this
Right.
other guy who made these really nice hand-drawn GIFs. Like one of them was, I think, just some random guy from the '90s doing a really good slappy on a curb. Who knows? There's 1,000 skate artists now, but yeah. Any slap pals listening? No, I'm not big. My most recent reminder to them was somebody posted the PJ Ladd DVD, that making of documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what's up with that cowboy guy? And I posted a picture of me and Cowboy Johnny at Artie's
Yeah,
daughter's like first birthday or something. I'm wearing like a little party hat and big puffy jacket. And Cowboy Johnny's standing there looking at the camera like it's a gun pointed at him or something.
Right.
Rest in peace. Great guy.
Yeah, he was rad. Yeah, he's a Cowboy Johnny.
I can't say enough good things about the Coliseum crowd. Some of the most genuine people. And that includes you guys, everybody who was involved in the Coliseum during the Golden Era. All
Thank you.
just really fucking cool guys.
Thank you.
We lucked out.
Yeah.
What can I say? We lucked out.
Seriously. I just think to this day it's still probably the best shop video ever.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Without a question.
how could you even? What else would compare?
Maybe not shop video, because I was gonna mention like the old Happy Medium videos, but those aren't shop videos.
No,
those
those are
are
crew
like
videos.
homie videos. So yeah.
And they're not as good. Still great.
Oh, Church of Skating. All those videos were like timeless classics.
Yeah, dude, with fucking Dylan Gardner.
Oh yeah, Dylan Gardner. Maybe get some like Tony Tew.
Yeah, Tony
Ooh.
Teo.
I don't know if he was in that crowd. That's a good old name. Those two right there. That's obscure.
Yeah. How come everyone who is a fan of Fancy Lad has an anime picture for their Instagram handle?
That's a good question. I don't know if I fit into that equation. I don't think I do because I don't promote Fancy Lad a lot. But maybe they all post on Slap. And
No, I'm saying you would fit into that equation as a fan, but you happen to be in the crew.
like
Yeah.
I might be possibly the guy who posts things on the internet of Fancy Lad that leads those nerds to find us, perhaps. Maybe all those guys are on Slap.
Well,
It's a
I'm-
good question.
That is
I've
a
been
good
kind of
question.
curious about the phenomenon myself.
Well, I'm just
Shout out Baka
thinking-
Caleb. That's a great Fancy
Yeah,
Lad
exactly,
fan.
Baka
Yeah.
Caleb.
Yeah,
I'm just
Caleb
saying,
is sick.
That is the best.
I think
Yeah,
it's
like Baka
because
Caleb.
they're nerds,
Nerds.
we're nerds,
Nerds.
but specifically, I always notice the anime.
Nerds.
It's a bit of a kind of a visual aesthetic trend the past couple of years. Like 90s anime,
Dude, how come-
vaporwave.
How
that
come
whole
intellectual skateboarders are always talking about that company aesthetics?
Thing. Oh man, I hate when people call something aesthetic. Like kids used that term a lot a couple of years ago. Like that's so aesthetic, and I'm like, that's not how you use that word at all.
Yeah.
You say, I appreciate the aesthetics of this like clothing company. You don't say just,
Yeah.
that's
That
aesthetic.
is. Yeah.
Oh, kids gotta learn. Listen to more podcasts. Expand your vocab.
Yeah.
Dumbass mother
Touchers.
touchers.
Mama?
Yeah, we use a lot of big words on this podcast.
It's true. Well, I have not, as all the Patreon viewers can tell, have not got a map for the studio yet.
yeah.
But I did get this big word of the day calendar over here.
Oh wow, you did.
And today's word was aesthetics, so
Yeah. So you can
Oh, tomorrow's
check that one off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how the calendar works.
no,
Spoiler.
tomorrow I'll just pull that page away.
Tomorrow's
Okay. We have to
peripheral.
wait.
We have to wait till tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, actually, we're going to miss like 7 words.
Damn it.
Dude, I think the ceiling just got a foot taller. Wow.
Oh my God. Are they doing work outside? Oh my God. Wait, oh my God. The floor's
No, the floor's
rumbling.
just
The floor's
sinking.
rumbling.
The floor's
Oh,
just
God.
sinking.
Oh God. Oh wait, no. Wait, let's take a break real quick. We got
Oh
to
my
figure
God, a
it
bunch
out.
of
it's
pancake
just-
men are doing free construction on the
No,
house.
no.
No, it's just
no,
the boss.
No.
He's jumping up and down.
No,
over
the
there.
ceiling's sinking now. The ceiling's
my God,
sinking.
you're right.
All right, wait.
It's
Let's
back
take a
to a
break real
12
quick.
footer.
We'll take
It's
a
like
break
that scene
real
in
quick.
Star
We'll
Wars
take a break.
episode
We'll be
We
four.
right
gotta
back.
measure.
Oh my
We
gosh.
gotta measure the ceiling.
Oh God, this is
I'll
scary.
find a metal bar. See you guys soon.
Yeah.
After a long week of work, I like to relax by trimming my bonsai tree. And when that starts to really piss me off, I crack open an ice-cold Clown Shoes brand Zen Garden New England India Pale Ale. Nothing helps realign my chakras like the full-bodied hazy flavor of a Clown Shoes brand Zen Garden IPA. And nothing helps me focus on my bonsai garden. I nicked my... Nothing helps me focus more than a Clown Shoes brand Zen Garden IPA. The combination of wheat and oat in a malt bill, plus a steady stream of hop additions, makes for...
No, this is bad. Oh my God, it's bleeding so much. Oh my God, I think my blood's really thin because of the 7% IPAs I've been drinking. Oh, yeah. Call my mom. Call my mom. Please call my mom.
To find out more about Clown Shoes beer and where you can get it, visit www.clownshoesbeer.com.
Yeah.
No.
And we're back on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Mike really doesn't seem to like that.
Seriously.
He says no every time. He
It
really
keeps throwing me off.
he's reluctant to come back to the podcast.
No.
Do you know the "and we're back" is trademarked?
What, by every other podcast ever?
Or
Well, no,
any
by,
other show that
another skate
has
podcast, and also the excessive use of the word "bro" that I notice you sometimes drop. That's also trademarked.
By who? Bro.
Say it now. The first word of the cast is a digit in the first 10 numbers of the number alphabet.
I actually think that they don't say "and we're back" because I remember Dill gave him that present that said
Oh, it says
"and
"well,
we're back." Exactly.
Yeah.
So in your face, Mike.
Oh,
You
What-
think you're a fucking skate nerd? You're nothing.
well, I
You
got
are
smeg
nothing.
on my face. Whew.
Oh yeah,
I will
spit.
kick your
No,
fuck.
smeg.
Yeah, that's spit.
Smeg is egg spit.
Schmeg?
Yeah.
Smegma. I don't have foreskin, so I can't produce any of my own to put in my omelets.
It's weird.
Schmeg's report. He
Yeah.
likes it.
Abe can though. Smegma omelets. Ugh, swear by
Yeah,
him.
we're talking about the best skater asses here on the podcast.
That's true.
I'm thinking Stevie Williams.
Oh man, Stevie Williams does have a good plump.
Badonk.
Hey, I can't tell if it's how. I think it's because of how low he wears his pants. It seems like his ass is like halfway up his back.
Yeah.
Because how long his t-shirts are.
Right, and the sweatpants don't help.
And also, every time he does a switch of revert, full on steak and cheese
Always
out
falls
of his
out of his
pocket.
hoodie, yeah.
The best front butt goes to Pat Duffy. Remember, he'd skate the tight pants with like his wallet, phone,
Yep,
and
yep.
everything in
And
his
that
front
Trans
pockets.
World, Are
Yeah.
You All Right
Rob
video.
Hall hated that.
Yeah.
He's like, Pat Duffy, take that stuff out of your pocket.
Yeah, the FUPTA, the
I'm trying to think.
frontal upper
Thinking-
Pat Duffy ass.
There's
I'm
an
thinking
ass,
local legend
an
Jerry
actual
Fowler.
ass in my mind that I can picture. Can't remember the skater. I
Mhm.
think they were wearing a white a white belt and flared girl pants. It's killing me remembering. I think they skated
Ragdoll?
Goofy. Probably Ragdoll. Yeah, probably.
That sounds someone in a pig video.
It might have been Ragdoll, especially because you could see that he wasn't wearing underwear most of the time too.
Oh, the classic. You wear a shoelace belt
Mm-hmm.
and like you show the magazine to your friend and they're like, is that guy wearing a thong?
Billy Marks.
Not just a thong, a fucking T-back, extra
Mm.
non-functional / highly sexual.
That's why that's like the main similarity between Thrasher and Maxim is that besides you could buy both of them at Blockbuster Video
Yep.
and you don't have to be 18 and they feature a lot of people wearing thongs
Mhm.
or would appear to be thongs.
Not just in the hub ads either.
No.
Now, speaking
man.
of Maxim, remember Jessica Alba? She was in that show like Dark Angel.
Yeah, Dark Angel.
Steve Alba.
Do we remember Jessica Alba?
She's
From
related
Dark
to Steve
Angel.
Alba. You guys knew that, right?
I actually didn't.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
are you
like
serious?
cousin or second cousin. Yep, related to Steve Alba and his little smiley unique boy Jesse Alba. And now that I think of it, Jesse Alba is Salba's son.
Yeah.
And a very similar name to Jessica Alba.
Mm.
I wonder if Jesse and Jessica ever met.
Are they related?
At the family reunions.
I mean, somehow related. I don't know if there's a blood relation, but Jessica Alba, B-list actress,
Whoa.
related to
B-list,
Salba.
Dude.
Well, she used to be AAA. I mean, now she's kind of B.
I mean, dude, she's
She
in
was in the-
Fantastic Four.
Dude, she was in fucking Sin City. Greatest movie of all time.
Dude, she's presumably in Sin City too, which I did not see, but maybe it's also the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah,
Maxim,
I
though, and FHM. Those are so funny back when we were in, like, middle school, high school.
Oh yeah, I remember I like
I heard Playboy
either
took out the
subscribed or
nudes.
bought the it was like Trans World Stance, and it was like them trying to like make like a Maxim magazine.
Transworld?
I swear it was Trans World, but it was called Stance.
They also
I
have
remember
Transworld Strength.
They didn't have Rosa, did they?
I forget.
From the Shorties ad.
Yeah, no.
Because if they had Rosa, sign me up for a subscription.
This one's kind of a deep cut. It's a female ass. I apologize.
I love me a deep cut.
But like
Yeah, what the
Maxim in
fuck,
the early 2000s,
Mike?
there was this like model named Vida Guerra. She just like this Hispanic chick with a pretty
Whoa.
dope butt.
Oh.
And she was just, everyone on the internet's like, best ass ever. And nowadays in the Instagram era, like
No
your
one's even
next door
talking about
neighbor
ass.
can
Yeah.
have the best ass ever. I don't know if
Thank
girls
God for Instagram.
girls might have a secret website where they like learn how to make their butts look perfect, but everyone's butt's so great
Bitch
nowadays.
don't really got no ass. She just poked it out.
Shout out to my girlfriend Victoria. She's beautiful. She's nice. I like her butt and her cat. Poops. Poops is a great cat. I promised her I'd shout her out. Yell exit, not shout out.
Oh,
Yell
thank
exit.
God. I was
Thank you.
gonna say.
I'm so sorry about
was gonna
saying
say,
the SO word.
Tom's fist was like 3 inches from your face, ready to
He was
spring.
crushing his beer can. That I could see how angered he was getting when I said SO.
I was mad,
I'm sorry.
but you made it right. you made it right, and I appreciate
was
that.
a bit peeved. It's true.
I'm still a little pissed.
You know, the episode where you guys came up with Yell Exit, it took you a few attempts to come up with it.
Dude, what the fuck?
But I was like, hey, a good one would be Yell Exit. And then that's the one you
Nice.
guys settled on. And I was like, that's why these guys are some of my best friends ever.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They know it. We're on the same wavelength.
That's why they like words.
Yep, synonyms.
Yo, I got a dictionary for you.
Oh.
Dude, again with this smut that you're bringing to this family podcast.
No, look, it's like got about 700 pages. I think it's a 1997 edition.
Yeah, but it's a
Don't
fucking
lie.
Merriam-
That's
but it's
like
fucking Merriam
400
Webster,
pages
dude.
on a good day.
Yeah, I don't know. I got an atlas in my backpack too, and an encyclopedia, but
Yeah, fucking Atlas Shrugged.
Shruggy Duggy.
Atlas Smug. Oh, you don't know where Bolivia is? Maybe you could read me and learn. Atlas
There you
Smug.
go.
That is pretty good. Speaking of Atlas Schmuggy,
Yes?
so I got I got a question here
All right, we got a question.
from a fan,
One fan.
and I thought this would be a good one to ask with our friend Mike here.
Perfect.
This is from Papa Guerros.
Wait, first spell the second half of that. Like
So
G-Y.
Papa, like you would assume,
Yeah.
and that's GEEROWS.
I was thinking GYROS.
That was
Like
that
those
was
delicious
incorrect.
treats.
Nope, I'm sorry.
So it's
You
hot
you
debate
lost.
what they're really called, depending where you live. But go on. Let's hear this question.
Oh, so we're gonna let Papa Guerros go on.
Mm-hmm.
His question is, how do y'all know DJ Doug Pound, aka Doug Loosenhop, and had he helped edit any of your videos? / was he the connection with Adult Swim?
I can
Doug
start
Pound
that.
in the mix.
I was like a deep Tim and Eric fan, and they used to have this web show on Super Deluxe back in like 07 or 08 called like Tim and Eric Night Live. And that's the first time I saw Doug Pound. Fast forward a little bit, and he put out a couple videos on Super Deluxe. One was him skating. Some of it was real, some of it was
the
green
sponsor me
screened.
video?
Yeah, co-made by Eric Fensler, the guy who made the G.I. Joe videos.
Right.
But yeah, I followed Doug Pound after that because I thought his shit was good, and I like added him on Facebook and just sent him a message like, "Hey, do you want me to send you a skate DVD? We make some weird, wacky stuff. I think you'd like it." And he's like, "Yeah, sure. Send me your address." So I send it, and then he liked it. Fast forward later, somehow, Nick and Doug got in contact. I don't know if it was around the same time as the Adult Swim offer coming on the table, or if you guys befriended each other a little before that.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Like,
I
so I
remember-
somehow initiated it, but
Yeah.
I don't really talk to him much. You're the guy who's
It was right around the same time.
But it sounds like the two things weren't really connected.
no. I sent.
I mean, the Adult Swim connection and knowing DJ Doug Pound.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they reached out and I suggested kind of they wanted one of their writers to kind of be a sounding board for any sort of ideas that I had, and I suggested
would've been
Doug
good.
Pound because he skated.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought he might get it.
Remember when we tried writing, and one of my best ideas was rolling a can of soup down a hill?
No, you had an
I had
idea.
the lasagna in the VCR. That's about
Lasagna in the
that-
VCR.
That's
and
probably
then
the best
you
one I
had
got.
this. Somebody was inhabited by the soul of a middle-aged Italian woman,
I don't remember.
and I
that one.
think that was one that just stuck with me. We didn't do it, but
Damn.
yeah, that would have been good.
I ought to give myself more credit.
We would have had to have
sometimes.
some acting props for that one.
Where are you
Yeah,
gonna find that?
on the
Tom?
subject.
Hey, what's up?
Do you know any middle-aged Italian women?
None that I'm currently in contact with.
Okay, I was
Get
just
the-
curious.
Oh shit, they're Greek. Actually, I was gonna say the ladies at Captain Nemo's Pizza
Nemo's?
down the street, but they're very Greek.
Just order things in a specific way, knowing what their response is going to be, and just like write lines based around that.
Yeah.
Back to
Okay, well, how
Doug-
much do you want from me, baby? How much? Okay, $1 million.
Back to Doug Pound real quick. There was 2 people in California that I sent that video. It might have been FL3, maybe New Hell. But so I sent Doug Pound a copy, and then I don't know how I did it. I searched real hard. I tracked down Earl Parker, the old Big Brother writer.
Oh, wow.
And I sent him and Doug Pound those videos. And I remember one of Earl Parker's favorite tricks in it. This can probably help you identify which video it was. It's when we're in New York City with Jesse James and John Cattle.
So it's New Hell.
Yeah, okay. So I could have sent Doug FL3. I don't remember.
No,
but
no, you sent him New Hell. I
Yeah.
remember.
John Cattle he like kick flips his boards into a wall and it bounces off and he jumps back on. And for some reason, Earl Parker loved that.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then, me and him talk like randomly once every couple months. He'll just send me like some
Yeah, that's always
strange
weird to me that he reaches
observation
out
or,
to
like,
you.
well, sometime. I think he just needs like a output for his like poetic thoughts. But this was a couple of years ago. It was like on Facebook. Now he has an Instagram, and that's a better outlet for him.
Yeah.
But I
The sheesh
loved ever hearing from Earl Parker, one of the greatest writers of the Big Brother days. Just, writes an article about a contest at EMB and doesn't talk about it. He's like, yeah, I hung out with some female heroin addicts and lusted over Chris Sen's girlfriend. Just completely avoiding the subject at hand. It's great, man. Big
he
Brother.
was like somehow the
savant.
Yeah, the savant sort of dark horse rider almost.
Yeah, but
the
he
crew.
suffered from the same thing that happens to many unsung heroes. Just like too much pressure, too many people telling him he's a genius. Like when we tried to write some more Adult Swim stuff, we were just hit a brick wall. We were like, fuck, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too hard
Yeah, we're not
premeditating
writers.
it. I know, exactly.
We're spontaneous guys.
We're
not.
fucking around, guys. We like to fuck around.
We should
like
just
to
all
fuck
carry
around.
around notebooks, honestly.
I know. I think so.
We
Wait,
all have notebooks in
for
our phones and we
inspiration
don't
to-
use them.
It's not good enough, man.
Yeah.
It's gotta be that pencil to paper, dude. I'm a hands-on, analog kind of guy, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I feel like if
You're
we
an
all
anal
carried
OG.
around notebooks, we still wouldn't write anything down.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I would.
Well, it takes a lot
Sometimes.
of practice.
Would
It's
you?
like you gotta train
I
yourself.
never bought one, so no.
It's like a muscle. You
Uh,
gotta work it out.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm familiar with that movement.
Mhm.
You Patreon viewers will probably recognize. Oh, and that one I'm very familiar with.
The lefty.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of muscles, all
Self-bought.
these Patreon viewers right now,
They're getting a good look here.
I have masterful control of the pinky toe on my right foot.
Oh, wow.
I
he
can move
does.
it up and bend it over the neighboring toe.
For all you Patreon viewers and all you non-Patreon viewers, that is, of course, the smallest of the 7 toes on Mike's right foot.
Yeah.
And it's really opened up the doors for skate tricks.
Oh, yeah.
I bounce them off of that little pinky toe. I'll use it to flip a tech deck attached to my skateboard to do a 360. Anyway,
I mean,
I
don't-
learned a lot of tricks
I mean,
on
I
my
don't.
toe.
I mean, I don't know, Tom. The 6th toe might be a little smaller than the 7th one. Now I'm looking at it.
Nah, I think it's just the lighting.
Yeah, probably the angle. The Goku sock's going back on now.
The man with the most blessed toes is
Mm.
Tony DeRosa. I don't know if it's ever been said on one of the casts, but he has one foot that's like much bigger than the other.
Yeah.
So he has to buy like 2 different pairs of shoes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he can make it
Usually
work.
it just has one that fits and one that's just floppity floppy.
Yeah, does
Yeah.
he ever stick like a Dr. Scholl's pad in there and tighten it up, or is he just
No,
wing
he told
it?
me he stuck a Dr. Pepper in there once and it hurt.
Is his flick foot or his back foot the one that's bigger?
He
Ooh,
flicks
good
with
question.
both.
Oh, that's true. He can skate switch.
So we answered the first part of the question. How do we know DJ Doug Pound?
Right.
DJ Doug
Initially
Pound in the
through
mix.
Mike.
DJ Doug Pound in
Did
the
he
mix.
edit any of the videos?
No.
That's a pretty simple answer. No. No.
No, only tweak 4.
Only tweak 4. But the original edit is lost, and he edited it to Holy Diver.
Also, a very rare Slip and Die promo that was also shot down by Jake Bison.
Damn.
That used a Lungfish song.
Damn.
Eric Humes really liked that one, but
DJ
lost to the abyss of time.
DJ Doug Pound's a good guy. He's a lot. I would say he's a lot funnier when you see him live.
Yeah, he is. Really
I was
funny
cracking
live.
up.
He's
Well, I'm sure
hilarious.
he was, meeting a new person. You can't fully come out of your shell immediately.
No. I'm saying his like art form.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I like the Pound Cast. I mean, I
Right.
like the Pound Cast. Yeah, no, Pound House.
yeah. Oh,
But
Pound
like
House.
his stand up, I think was my favorite thing that I've ever seen him do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we saw him twice, right? We saw him at the Middle East.
Oh, you saw
or
him
it
the
was-
second time?
And then we saw him at that wherever when he opened for
Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric. I couldn't remember
Oh,
those
I
guys.
thought we missed that, or like we caught the very tail end of it. When
No,
I
we saw
him.
the whole show of that, unless you went to a different one as well.
Well, Brent Weinbach.
Brent
We
Weinbach
saw
fucking
those
ruled
two
at the Middle East.
Yeah, Brent Weinbach is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're on tour right now. Yell Eggs at DJ Doug Pound and Brent Weinbach, but they're not coming
Coming
to
to
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, closest
But
they're
next
gonna
time
be
they
here
do,
is,
you fucking bet your fucking pants they're going to be on Fancy Lad podcast.
I forget if it's
Bet your
Brooklyn
sweet
or
tit
Philly.
they are.
That's like the closest they're going to be on tour.
Yeah, I
Brent-
think Philly or New York.
Maybe we can go
Brent
host
really
them
loves,
doing a podcast at Matt Haggerty's house in Philly.
Yeah.
Brent's
And
a
not
huge
tell
fan of
Haggerty.
video game music.
Mhm.
He's got a separate podcast for that, and that's a really good one. Lots of, him and the co-host, they'll start the show with some catching up on what's going on,
Mhm.
witty banter.
Right.
Then they'll just play the video game music,
Yeah.
and just say, after they play like one full loop of the song, they'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Maybe sometimes go off subject, but it's so funny, and it was just great to know such a funny, relatively well-known comedian's deeply in love with video game music. Because the part of mine that you love the most, the FL3 part, I used a song from this obscure Japanese computer from the early to mid 90s called the PC-98. It's from I don't remember the name of the game it's from, but that's what I listen to a lot nowadays. Just like old weird video game music, or like cheesy jazz fusion where dudes are playing like Casio guitars and
Gotta
like
love the Casio.
electric wind instruments, and
Electric Wind.
yeah, they're called EWIs.
Oh.
It basically looks like you're playing a straight saxophone.
Wait,
that's
could you
made
do
out of
that again?
plastic.
No, do that again. The straight sax. There we go. For all you Patreon viewers, in that straight saxophone.
It's
Mike
like
was
my
just
jewel
playing.
right here if it was 30 times bigger and had buttons.
Now, Charlie Baker banned us, so you know we're gonna have to report you.
Charlie Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, it's okay.
Baker,
I went to
Baker.
New Hampshire to buy it. Yeah, so you
Baker,
going to have a part
Baker.
in Baker 4?
Yeah, he is.
Baker,
I heard
Baker.
you're sharing with Charlie Fiore, ex-employer of Big and myself. Yeah, legs at Charlie Fiore.
It's true. You got fired for drinking on the job, Mike.
Yeah, and then right after I got fired, everybody would like there's a new manager or something, and everybody would crack some brews.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Hypocritical. And
Dude, I was cracking Bruce at that job before anyone was cracking Bruce at that job.
I was the best at it.
I was the best at cracking Bruce at that job.
Then Nick, same employer, Nick invented some of their most popular sandwiches
Mhm.
before he left. And man, they're still the most popular. I think Nick should get some royalties
Hey,
myself.
whoa,
But
whoa.
this is controversial.
Enough about my food service career,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
Yeah, you got
which I hold
greener
so
pastures on the airplane tip.
near and dear to my heart, you know.
I'm a gigolo.
You're a juggalo?
Yeah, we'll say that.
I'm a gigolo. I'm a juggler.
I'm a gigolo juggalo hybrid.
I'm a juggalo.
If you want me to
A
put on the
gigolo
juggalo
juggalo.
paint while I'm on the clock as a gigolo, it's an extra $50. And
What if I want you to paint your face while you're sucking my dick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
While
you want me
you're
to be
sucking
a
his dick.
gigolo, oh, I see.
What if I want you to suck my dick while you're painting your face?
Well, I mean, I would change.
Two
I would
different
charge
scenarios.
the same, but I
Okay.
can't promise as good a paint job if I'm painting while chowing down your hot dog. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if I told you I wasn't too concerned about the paint job and it was more like a pig in a blanket where you're like, hey, where'd the pig go? It seems like it's all blanket here.
Hey, baby, you could paint me if you wanted. Make me look however you want me to look.
Okay, I want you to look like maybe some honey mustard or Frank's Red Hot dipping sauce for this little pig in the blanket.
You remember The Simpsons? Like,
No.
the episode where they're on the desert island. It's like Lord of the Flies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how Ralph has the Peter Criss face makeup, and he's like, I'm a cutie.
Mm-hmm.
That episode has one of my favorite Simpson lines ever in it.
Let's say they were all
Zeppelin
saved
rules?
by... Oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Zeppelin rules.
Yeah, and Mo saved
I
them
can't believe
all
I
the
guessed
way at
that.
the
That was
very
a-
end.
So good.
That was
Let's
a
all
big
say
shot
they
in
were
the dark.
saved
I mean,
by...
that's a big episode. A lot happens in that
yeah, it's
episode.
true.
But
Let's say
Zeppelin
Mo.
Rules. Zeppelin Rules is great.
But yeah,
that
Mike,
was one of the
end quote,
seasons
too.
where the show was declining, but there was still gems to be found.
Ah, man. Speaking of shows declining.
Go banana.
What?
Uh,
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. And then the grapefruit gets jammed under the accelerator, and that starts the whole fiasco.
yeah, talk about shows declining.
What?
Oh, stop.
Oh, wait, no, in the grapefruit
Yeah, the grapefruit
goes under.
goes under.
What are you insinuating? What TV show is losing its steam?
Yeah, TV show.
Oh, we don't watch TV here, actually. We just
We just-
ogle the graphics on the cans of Clown Shoes beer, and
Watch cats play with
more than
old
enough.
Thrasher magazines.
Yeah, Victor, that's not for you to be ripping up, bro.
So yeah, Mike, you must have like a million questions for us before we wrap this up.
Okay, first that comes to mind. When's the last time you, Nick, Big, did a Switch tray? Because you're great at them. You done any recently?
Oh, have I? No, actually, yeah, it was probably still when we were skating with Ducky Kovacs and Ryan Townley.
Oh, so you did meet Ducky.
Yeah, we met Ducky and Ryan Townley.
Yeah, I mean,
You couldn't tell if we were lying about that?
well, there's some jokey parts to it about him, like farting every step you took that made those farts made quack noises or
Whoa,
something.
whoa, whoa, that was a joke?
No, there were jokey parts. That was not a joke.
Okay, sorry. You can cut that out. But, shit, man. That's good. Yeah, you got the great cab flips, the great impossibles.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I forget if you've done it more than once, but I was present when you did not switch, regular big spin heel flip, front side, obviously, in front of Sunnyside.
Wow.
Do you know if that was the only one you ever did?
Probably.
Yeah, it was in Slip and Die, I think.
Oh, that was a fakey one.
No.
was a
You did
Rick
a
flip.
front side big heel, no fakie, no nollie, no BS. Varial heel with
Don't
a
remember
front side.
that being
yeah.
in a video.
Maybe it wasn't. It was filmed.
Maybe it was filmed, but not in the video, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you do that.
Because I
I was
remember
there.
I was trying, which I think might have got used, but it sucked. But I was trying to do like a half cab late front shove, and I did it really shitty and it sucked.
So it's
Kind of like
almost,
what Selfie
so,
did in...
Wait, you're
in-
saying it might
Late
look
front
like a
Boston
body
Massacre.
varial almost?
Yeah.
Like
Except
I
Selfie did
see
it
what
well.
you're saying.
Yeah, likes it Selfie.
Salty.
I'll tell you where fakey coffins came from. You want to know where I got inspiration for that?
Was it from the regular coffin?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I think I was playing EA Skate 3.
Oh.
But in that game, after you do a 180, your character stays in a position for like a few seconds where they look like they're riding Switch.
Right.
And I think it must have been 3. I think that's the only
No,
one
it looked
where
like
you
they're
can do
riding
coffins.
fakie.
Yeah, well, either way. I
Well,
put
I
in
mean-
the button combination for a coffin. I was like, oh, you can do fakey coffins in Skate 3. And that just lit a little spark off in my brain. It's like, I'm going to do a fakey coffin. I don't think I've ever really seen one.
Thug
you hear
3
that
or
skate?
bust.
You hear that Skate 3 enthusiast out there?
Yeah, EA, make another one.
You hear that? No, Thug 3 or bust. That's what my motto.
American Wasteland 2 or bust.
Street Skater 2 or bust. No one knows that game, actually.
You know, it was a good one. Top Skater, the arcade one where you stand on the board.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
single
and you
one.
jump on the tail occasionally, and it does like a 720 flip.
Yeah, you just hit the top of the ramp and like jut right or left, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, like triple McTwist. Da, da, da.
Hell yeah.
There's a ski shop near my hometown that has a skiing version of one of those games.
Oh, I've played the skiing version.
Yeah, it must be from like 1996. It used to be like a skate shop right near there. And I happened to be driving by, hitting the coffee shop, and I peeked in their window. And I was like, oh my god, they got the ski version of Top Skater in there.
Did you play it?
Nah, they were closed, but the machine was running and looking proper.
MTV Sports presents Andy McDonald Skateboarding 2 or Bust.
Grind Session was a good one.
Oh, the grind session was really good.
Skater Die 2 NES version, half pipe mode. Classic. Fisk is a monster at that one.
You gotta have half pipe mode.
With the stupid spine ramp in the middle.
The Simpsons Skateboarding or Bust 2 or Bust.
The Skater Die 2 ramp would be the most deadly. Just a half pipe, and one half of the flat bottom is like a very tight, quick spine ramp.
Mm.
So if you want to skate out like a normal half pipe, you just have to
I think that was
very
kind of like
careful every time.
Tony Hawk's first vert ramp. I think he had a spine in the middle of it during the old Powell days. But I could be
Or
wrong.
no, that might late Powell, early Birdhouse. Well, he had a weird one. It was like a small bowl connected to a full-sized half pipe or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Or how about the
Small.
Animal Chin ramp? They had that tiny mini ramp on the top deck that looked like it was like 2 feet high and like half a foot of vert.
That always seemed like a cool situation.
Yeah.
Little mini on top of vert.
I
ramp.
was always really curious
So you
about
could
the
fall
Animal
down the vert
Chin
ramp?
mini ramp on top of the vert ramp.
So you could eat shit on a real small ramp into a huge ramp.
Yeah. And do a knee slide.
All right,
Got
guys.
pads.
Well, I brought a pack of Magnum condoms, so maybe we should wrap this up pretty soon.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. What do you want to do with them?
Tie them around each other's selves, and then take the ends of all three of us and tie them in the middle. And then we can hold hands, spin the circle. Whoever comes first has to feel really good about themselves.
Cool. Well, that seems like a good way to wrap this up before we wrap ourselves up.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy that this episode was sponsored by not only Clown Shoes brand beer, but also Cum.
Mm-hmm. Come, you're going to want to wrap that up. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks Mike Lindquist for coming by and being our very, very
Cum expert.
special cum expert.
Love you guys forever. Lived with Nick for over a decade.
Yep.
Hell, almost 1.5 decades.
Wow. Almost.
Still live close enough to see you beautiful boys all the time.
It's true.
You guys are the best. I hold you very near and dear to my heart.
Well, we appreciate that.
True. Really and truly, Mike.
Truth.
And I can't wait
Real,
to
no
see
real.
what the,
Or
what
wait,
the-
no. Real, recognize real.
And I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you
Mm.
and us.
It's got Doc
Oh.
Brown and a DeLorean, baby.
Dude, I fucking hope so.
Now you're talking Tom's language, but we're going to have to save that for another day.
Marty! Oh, God, we got to go.
Wait, Doc Clown.
you have to come with me right
Doc Clown,
Oh, geez.
not Doc
Okay,
Brown.
we gotta
Sorry
go.
about that.
We got to go. Marty, let's go.
What, you want me to
Okay,
fuck my,
we'll see you guys
you want
next
me to
week.
fuck my mother?
All right, bye. No,
Oh my
we'll
God,
see
the
you next
ceiling's
week.
coming down
Okay.
again.
Marty,
Ah!
I gotta fuck your mother.
Yeah.